Nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Cleveland Browns and the Philadelphia Eagles. Jake Elliott is out ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Philadelphia. Here's DeAndre Carter with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Quinshawn Judkins. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss. First play of the game. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Went the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12.
Let's go.
Another one for Judkins. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Offense up to the line fast. To the air on first down. Sanders. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
And before he can reach the first, he's stopped. But this is close. Ball to the 45-yard line.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Sanders going to look to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Possibly an early indicator of where they're going to want to go when they want important yards, Brock. Didn't need that much on 3rd down, but they chose to throw for it instead of run it.
Yeah, one of the things about that down and distance is you typically get man-to-man coverage. So I don't mind that call, being aggressive. You got to find a way to execute.
All right, here's one of our game's first big risks. The offense lining up to go for it on their own side. Running for the first time with a Tennessee rookie. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Pickup of 2 here. And the conversion sets them up with a new set of downs.
Well, I know everybody on that offensive side of the ball appreciates that kind of effort. Got it by more than just a couple of inches. In fact, no need for a measurement on that as they move the chains.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Viking 18. Lions. Ready.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. Gary Judy with the grab. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
They just keep working it forward early. We've got 1st and 10 now from the 35.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. Catch is made by Dylan Sampson. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now.
Get it. Go.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Third and long for him here. This one falls incomplete.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
So the Browns sending out Andre Schmidt on this fourth down. This a 54-yarder. This will not connect. Not enough leg and too far left as well. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
180, 180.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. We finished one quarter in what's still a scoreless game. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play. They'll run it. This is A.J. Dillon. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they could be facing 3rd down to begin this ball game.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. That's his back. Here's Barkley. And a great play comes to an end. He's out of bounds just inside the red zone. They get 35 out of that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Dillon, a first down carry. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Escapes the pocket. And he's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles get the game's first points here in the second. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s when you start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners. There'll be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
And that's brought in for 2, Brock. That's going to put him up 8-0. Well, he just caught them a touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready!
With Sanders out of the pistol. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Adoree Jackson makes the play. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down. And not much scoring to this point as we've reached our 2-minute warning. The Eagles with the lead here at the Link. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Great. 73.
Back to throw, Hurts. Forced out to his right. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual-threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
There's a dive up the middle. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You sign me up. I love giving those fullbacks a cookie. Not just short yardage, not third down. No. Give the fullback his chance. Give him the ball on first down and watch him do his thing.
From the red zone on first. It's a screen to Barkley. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles grow their lead just before halftime. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
And he gets in. They push out the lead to 16-0. Well, they really have this defense on its heels, Brock. Still the opening half, but a couple of touchdowns now, and a perfect 2 for 2 on two-point tries.
Yeah, this defense, they're picking up the scraps. They're not doing anything wrong. This offense, though, they sure are scoring touchdowns and then two-point conversions to top it off. I mean, part of the reason you don't see this a lot, Kate, is you only have so many two-point plays in the arsenal, and they're using them here very early.
Got it. Ready?
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Come on.
Here's Judkins to begin the drive. Through the second level at the 40. 3 up the middle. It's a breakaway. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns get their first points of this game just before halftime.
Kate, right there's the danger of dime coverage. Bunch of little guys on the field that love to cover. They may not tackle so well and opens up a run lane that he took huge advantage of.
Here we go.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And the call to go for it not rewarded as the pass falls incomplete. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive.
Great. And 63. Call out Yetis. Tiger Hornet.
First down throwing for Hurts. He's going deep this time. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
Now, I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah.
And I look at it through those optics so much. It's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm. Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
No toss. No toss.
Toss play to Barkley. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so 2nd down coming up.
No toss. No toss.
Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing 4th down.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
One last play before the break. Throwing here just before halftime. Chased out, and he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. Here is Schmidt to send this away. Set to return it. Here's Will Shipley. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Good. On anyone, huh?
Make some good plays today.
73. No touch.
Here's Hurts. Running quick there, and they bring him to the turf. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Good. Set. On anyone, huh? No touch.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. Space past the 35. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
so close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Great, set. On anyone,
They'll give this up the middle to Dillon. And he'll be met near the line to limit the game to a yard. Miles Garrett coming in for the stop. 3rd down here, need 8 on the play.
No touch, set. On anyone, no touch.
Throw here, 3rd down. And that's going to fall incomplete on a look to his running back. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No touch, set. Crowd left, yes. On anyone, no touch.
They'll go, Hurts. Throw caught by his running back. There he goes again. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles grow the lead coming out of halftime. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field.
Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Picked off by Carson Schlesinger. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Trying to chip away at that lead, but just not able to figure it out there to take another 2 points off.
Yeah, every one of these calls at this juncture of the game tells a story, and right now that story being told is this crew is feeling the pressure trying to chip away at those points. Maybe a little over-aggressive, because now they're still down big.
And he's brought down just inside the 25. Into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Working now from the gun. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle.
As that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Ready?
Motioning left is their running back.
Ready.
Back to the air here on 2nd. Sanders throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that's gonna leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Ready? 19 Tiger.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Looking slant route complete. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
All right, looks like this is the moment they're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on 4th. They'll go. It's Sanders. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. The toss, running left side, it's Barkley. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. The Eagles have the football, and with that lead, might have a win in just a little while, too. Back to the line they come, 2nd down.
No touch.
Running up the middle, Dillon. And he works it inside the 30. That's a gain of 7.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Well, best of luck here. It's 4th and a considerable distance.
Great, set. No touch.
On 4th down, Hurts. And he had it, but no, can't complete the process of the catch, and they wind up turning it over on downs.
Certainly looking for that nail in the coffin, the knockout punch, a touchdown, and 3-possession lead that could put this one out of reach. Hey, it's a luxury they could afford to take in that spot. Built themselves up a little buffer here, Kate. But it's never over till it's over.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
Sanders going to throw here on 1st. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner. And throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is.
Hello.
I love defensive coordinators when they say it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. You could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Come on. Hey. Right.
Can you play with the Lions?
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You never ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this.
60 by 6.
Desperation time here. Big strike downfield to Judy. And they're finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that 1st down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Pass is cut at the 9. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns can make it a 1-score game as they trim the lead. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
2-point attempt coming. Sanders getting his offense set.
Here we go.
They'll work against the blitz. And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points. Okay, Brock, Dialing up another two-point call, and remember when your friends didn't have a voicemail, it would just ring and ring and ring. It's still ringing. Fall short again of reaching that end zone.
Yeah, this defense not doing very good between the 20s or even in the red zone, but they do find a way to rise up. This is always my challenge with being super aggressive, is why give that defense something to feel good about coming off the field after you put 6 on the board.
And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles with a 10-point advantage. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
No, touch. Trimmer.
A play fake now hurts to throw. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
180.
Now Hurts on 3rd and long. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. Space pass to 35. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield down inside the 45-yard line. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot.
180.
They're going to pass it here. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
No, touch. 180. Alpha.
We have an offense. Exploit them here on this drive.
No, touch.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. So they'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Hey! Crowd love Yeti! Crowd love Yeti! No touch that! No touch!
Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 5 sacks for this defense in this game as their latest brings up 2nd down.
All right, up to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Running in the red zone. And he'll add to their lead on the final play of the game as he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. So it's an Eagles win here in this one. They did their part, Brock, defending the home field, using that advantage to secure the victory. We know home field advantage is a real thing. The crowd, they did their part too, adding to just an awesome atmosphere, helping energize those players at big moments of today's ball game.
Yeah, it is super fun to win on the road. I'm not going to lie, to quiet the crowd, but you know what's even better? When you get to celebrate with your family, friends, your hometown people, your community, and you know More importantly, they played a role as that extra voice in that building, man. It is a rewarding feeling.
Act your age, ain't just the barbers where you catch your fade. Face covered, cutting through your garden like a masquerade.